Hi everybody. In today's class, we have a very interesting chapter, and the chapter is water. When you hear the word water, it seems to you as if it is the most beautiful word understood on earth. The word water is a life-giving, understood thing. We must call it thing. Why? Because its water is made up of one atom of oxygen and two atoms of hydrogen. Understood? And we need water for our existence. Without water, life cannot be imagined, and our existence on earth cannot be imagined. Everything is possible in this world only because of the presence of water on earth. And water is the most valuable thing, understood, for all the living beings. Understood? And water is behind the creation. Understood? On earth. And if you say that whether water is behind, understood, the beautiful art, understood, beautiful art, whether the water is behind the creation of the beautiful art, I must say yes. It is only because of water the art is very beautiful, because the green plants that we see is present on the earth only because of water, because even the green plants or the trees need water for survival. Understood? So it is very clear to you now, as water is the most precious thing, and as water is behind our creation, as water is everything for us, naturally water is the most important topic, and we must understand what is the importance of water in our life, how does water come, what is the value of water in our life, and if water is that important, we must save it, understood, for future. So let's read the chapter, or let's talk about the chapter, understood, water. You see, I have already told you water. If you look at the composition of water is one atom. One atom of oxygen. OXY, no? ZA, right? And two atoms of hydrogen. Make up water. Make up means compose. Understood? This is the composition. Now I want you to understand the role played by water for this uh, for our existence, for the existence of all the living beings, including plants. Understood? Trees. So how does the water play the role, and where does the water come from? Understood? Actually, I have told you already, defined the composition of water, and now I would like you to understand how the water gets formed, and what is the source of water. The sources of water, if you are asked to explain the sources of water, sources of water are our rivers, ponds, lakes. Understood? Seas. These are the sources. And if you name other sources, you can say tube well. Understood? The places from where we get water. Understood? Now, as you have already understood. Okay, these are the sources. Now, I want you to understand how the water. What is water cycle and how does it take place? Understood? I'm just giving you a picture of the water. Actually, say this is art, okay, and here what happens, if this is art, Clear? And if this is the top oceans, there are clouds there. Understood? And now what happens? Here some lakes are there and all. Clear? Or sea, lakes or whatever. But here waters are there. Okay. These are the tiny drops of water, or you can say water present in the lakes or seas and something like that. Understood? Water in lakes. In lakes, seas, rivers. Understood? These are water present in lakes, rivers, seas. Okay. And what happens? Due to the presence of sun, understood? This is sunlight. When the sunlight falls on all of them, okay, then a portion of water gets heated up. Understood? As a result, these the portions of water, the water on the surface, upper portion of the water surface gets evaporated. Understood? Due to evaporation of water, understood, as the gets water as it due to the presence of water on the surface of sea water, lake water, river water, the water gets evaporated and goes up. They start going up. Understood? They start going up. The water, evaporated water, the water that got evaporated, water vapor, it formed water vapor due to the presence of heat of the sun on the surface of lake water, river water, pond water, sea water. Understood? And then the water gets hotted up or heated up. Understood? Or evaporated due to evaporation of water. Understood? The water vapor goes up. They go up and condenses here. They here condenses to form clouds, to form clouds. Understood? Water condenses to form clouds because they already from the lakes due to presence of the sunlight here. If I see it as sun, understood? Sun is thousands of miles away from the earth and the sunlight comes to it and they fall on the surface of the water and the water gets heated up. As a result, it gets evaporated. Understood? And due to evaporation of water in the lakes, rivers, ponds, seas, the water vapor goes up. They go up and condenses here to form clouds. Understood? Again, what happened? When again the same water comes back to the earth in the form of rain, hailstorm, dews. Understood? And this is called precipitation. Understood? When these clouds, the water falls as rain. Understood? Rain. Understood? When the dense cloud gathered in the sky, it starts raining and the rain that falls come back, the water, the rainwater, understood, comes back to the earth, the water, rain falls, clear, when the dense cloud gathered in the sky, it starts raining and the rainwater comes back to the earth. Again, they fill the rainwater, they or rain water you can say, or rain fill rainwater, fill the ponds, seas, rivers. Understood? This is how the water cycle gets formed. The water falls, comes to the earth again as raindrops, Understood? And the fall of the water from the clouds in the form of hailstorm, dews, understood? Or rain is called precipitation. You have understood what is called precipitation? Is that clear? Very good, girl. Now, so I have told you what is precipitation, what is condensation, and what is water cycle. Clear? And now, what is the most important thing? What are the uses of water? If you are asked to explain the uses of water, the most important use of water is used for cooking, right? Cooking, cleaning, right? Water, uses of water, I have told you, water. Water is used, I have said here, used, I have just said both. Used. When I am saying used, uses of water, used for cooking and cleaning. Clear? These are the two things done at home. And for us, for those who live inside the homes of human being. Okay, watering for plants, watering plants, understood. And the trees need them, trees also need them, need water for existence, need water. You know why? Clear? Photosynthesis cannot take place without water. Is that clear? So tree need the water. Understood, for their existence. We need water for agriculture. Number 3, agriculture. Clear? Agriculture means for irrigating the land. Understood? And number 4, what is the use of water in the factories? For cooling machine, right? And other activities. Other activities are there, like there are so many things that need to be done with the help of water inside the factories and other activities. Is that clear? Have I been able to make you understand each and everything that you need to understand? Very good, girl. And now I want you to see some other features about it that happen, in this beautiful world. So many things, understood, happen and that remain beyond our sight, beyond our reach. What are these? Water plays an important role. Understood? The water is behind, understood, the rise and fall of the sea waves. Clear? How do you know? What is the reason behind the high tide, low tide? Why do they happen? There are so many reasons. The sun, moon, the earth. Okay. They also play very important role. If it is earth, if water is on the surface of the earth, what happens? When the moon comes very close during Purnima, what happens? Moon comes very close to the what? When does Purnima take place? Can you tell me? When? Amavasya. What happens during Amavasya? Full moon. Don't you know? Then when? What happens? The moon comes between the earth and the sun. As a result, the sunlight gets blocked. Understood? As the moon is very close to the earth, naturally the water bodies, that especially the sea seawater gets attracted towards the moon. Understood? During that time, high tides, the sea, if you go to the sea, you will see high tides in the sea. Understood? When it is away from the earth, when the moon is away from the earth, if it goes far away from the earth, understood? The sunlight cannot be prevented, and it cannot, the fall of the sunlight on earth cannot be blocked. As a result, the earth will be free from the obstruction, free from the blockage. So as it is free now, there will be high tide will not be there. Understood? When it happens, when does Purnima, full moon, happen? When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, and the sunlight, direct flow of the sunlight gets obstructed or blocked. You get it? And that time you can see high tides. And now I want to, another reason for high tides can be, like there is, vibration. Understood? As the liquids we have already read. Understood? That always move inside the earth. Due to that also, due to tsunami also, the high tides can happen. And maybe due to the weather. Understood? Movement of the air. Clear? So we have got 4 basic things. The vibration inside the earth due to the movement of the lavas. Understood? And number 2, it is due to the sun, moon and the earth coming together. Clear? And number 3, the air that is responsible. Number 4, tsunami. Is that clear? Have you got a picture? At least you have understood. So, I have told you about the uses of water. And water is the reason why you see the climate change. If it doesn't rain for a long time, the land that we walk on will get dried up, isn't it? Clear? So, the climate change is also, the water is sometimes, there are so many places the water is, getting extinct day by day. The reason behind this is pollution, global warming is a reason behind the water, the absence of water on the face of the earth. So all we need to do is we need to plant more trees, because trees attract, understood, the rainfall, and it is tree that will bring about, understood, the change in the atmosphere. The atmosphere cannot get affected. Nowadays, it is due to global warming, the rainfall, understood, is getting, less. The earth gets less rainfall due to its pollution, due to the destruction of this beautiful world. Like mineral resources are being dug out of the earth, and they are being misused, and nuclear tests are getting conducted all over the world. The pollution, all you see, industrial activities also, is another reason why we get less rainfall. And there are so many causes, understood, of pollutions. We need to change this beautiful world. We need to take steps, understood, to keep Mother Earth safe for the next generation to come. And if we do that, we will, understood, we will at least keep our next generation happy. If we, the beautiful art that we have borrowed from them, understood, can be, that is our duty is to keep it safe for their use. That is how we can hand over the beautiful earth to our next generation. With this, we come to the end of this topic. I am sure that you have understood this topic. If you feel that you have understood the topic water very well, please don't hesitate to give me a like. Bye.